Hello, here you can see the state machine we have implemented for past 5 sessions. It has 3 states: idle, clear, and update chart. When I press clear button, the system state switch to clear, and when the clear complete, it comes back to idle. Again, when there's a change in temperature value, it goes to and up there updates the chart and returns to idle. This kind of a state machine, they also call it idle centered state machine, or sometimes super state or God state machine. Okay, for now I want to add another state to our state machine. But I'm not going to do it manually, so to trigger it manually. We want to trigger it by internal event in LabVIEW. For example, here we have a new state as a save. We want to save some parameters, for example, temperature value into a text file in our system. But we don't want to press any button to do that. We want the system to do it automatically. And so for now, we are going to describe how internal events in LabVIEW can be handled. Okay, this is our LabVIEW program. I have discussed how to add a new state to your state machine, so we can do it right now. Right click, delete. Now you have your new state here. Also, you can add it here by right click and add case after, so you have your state save here. And when state save finished, we want to go back to idle state again. Yeah. Okay. So for now, let's put the timeout into, for example, 200 milliseconds, and I'm going to go to save state every 1 second. Okay, so when the loop counter counts 5 times, I have to do something and go to the our new state. So how can I handle it? I have a reminder here, so I can connect my loop counter to that reminder, and I want to, when the reminder of our counter to 5 is 0, so I had to bring a comparison to 0 and create a indicator and name it log. So I can add an event case to log value change. When that event triggered, I want to go to save state, right? Say I want to put a breakpoint here, so we can see if the program works. Highlight execution and turn it on. Initialize. You can see loop counter 2 here. The result is false. When it reaches to 5, it should be true. it didn't trigger our events. Why is that? Okay, event structure in LabVIEW does not work with indicators. It just works with controls, and it has designed to be responsive to user change. Okay, so if you want to create internal event, you had to change your log into control. But when your log is control, you cannot write into it. So we had to use its property. The LabVIEW is a object-oriented programming. We are going to discuss about LabVIEW object-oriented behavior in future more in detail. But for now, by right-click on the log here in Create, you can see properties. So it has properties and methods. We now go to properties and value signaling here and connect it to make it more faster. Just for two. So let's run it. One, two. It triggered the signal, and we have our breakpoint in the safe state. Okay, so we discussed about how to handle internal events in LabVIEW. For some application, for example, having logging your data into some text file, for example, every 2 seconds or 5 seconds. In this session, we are going to implement that logging system. So see you in next session.